Bourke. Kevin Bourke also happens to be a certified financial planner, and he joins us now to, well, drop off a little hair razor, which I appreciate. Smells delicious. And that's your labor of love, because you've invested in a company that's actually, I know, is doing very well. But as a certified financial planner, let's talk a little bit about graduation, because graduates are out there now. They're starting to enter the real world.
Right.
Let's talk college graduates, early 20s. Is it impossible to imagine that in the next 20 years, 30 years, they'll be able to retire with a handsome amount of cash in the pocket?
No, absolutely. In fact, I appreciated what Elizabeth said just now, start early, start young.
Yeah.
Of course, she's talking about 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds. I'm talking about, we're talking about 20 and some year olds.
Right.
But absolutely, starting early. I was telling you a story about a client I have. Now, he waited until he was 30, which is a little bit late.
Right.
But the man never made more than $60,000 in his life, which is okay money, but we don't think of it as a year.
Right.
Excuse me. We don't think of that as a millionaire.
Right.
But he woke up in his early 50s, and he realized that his dividend income was double the income he got from work, and he just never went back. And the way he did that was he started buying stock, never sold the share, just kept buying quality stock all the way along. Now, 15 years later, he's worth $15 million.
Wow.
So the point is, over a 20-year period of time, an awful lot can happen.
Okay, so he's making 60 grand a year, now it's worth 50 million.
Right.
So an anomaly, yet nonetheless a sign of what is possible.
That's exactly the point. And if he had started when he was 20, he would have been able to retire in his early 40s.
Yeah.
How old are you, Gabe?
And I'm 32, even though mentally I'm in my early 20s as well, you know. I'm 32.
32.
I don't think I'm worth $15 million yet, though.
Well, see, here I am 41.
Yeah.
Just yesterday I was 21.
Right.
And who would have thought I'd be here 41? I should have started at 20. Unfortunately, I didn't. But I sure hope that people watching, if they're getting out of college today, start at 21, 22. By the time they're my age, they're done.
Now, when you say get started, you're just talking about having a very intimate investment in your finances. Because my first introduction to credit cards was at UCLA, and signing up, I didn't know what 18, 19% interest rate was. Eventually, I learned the hard way. But that was really as wet as my feet got in my introduction to the world of finance. And it's really now that I'm getting, 10 years later, that I'm getting into it.
Right.
It's just a matter of becoming intimately involved with your finances, isn't it?
It is. And I want to mention a book that is, in my opinion, the best book ever written on investing. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon.
Oh, yeah.
But the theme is pretty simple. I don't want to oversimplify it because I want people to buy the book. Because it really is, it was written back in the 30s. But save 10% of what you make from day one. So if somebody starts at the age of 22, maybe by the age of 40, they are retired.
Right.
It's not out of the question.
Are your clients getting younger? And are you seeing people who are in college or even in high school, or just younger people being invested in their investments and in their monies?
Well, my clients are generally older and retired, frankly. But I think there is a move toward younger people, and a lot of that has to do with the internet. They have access to information that they didn't have 10 years ago. So I certainly hope that's the case, is that we're better educated.
The internet and the rising popularity of a show like this.
There you
Right, Kevin?
Love it.
All right, Kevin Bourke, a certified financial planner. He's registered principal with and offers securities through Linsco Private Ledger. And if you'd like to get a hold of him, his number is 966-2122.
That's me.
966-2122, and he is in Santa Barbara. Thanks very much, and I'll be waking up to this tomorrow thinking of you.
Wonderful.
That'll do it for this edition of the Coastal Business Report. We're on the air every Sunday morning at 8 on KEYT television, and every Wednesday and Friday evening at 9:30 on Cox Community Channel 8. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gabe Saglier, and we'll see you next time.